It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining.
Part 1. Food shopping.
Come on.
Most of us don't like food shopping. We think of it as a chore. What we don't realise is it's actually a privilege. I'm not talking about the miracle of modern groceries, refrigerated foods from all around the world all season. I'm just talking about the basic fact of getting enough calories in the day for your family to live. And that is fucking hard. You tried fishing all day, catching enough fish just to feed 4 people?
Oh, got one.
The problem for humans for most of our history was finding enough calories to live. 99.9% of the time that we were humans, we've been hungry and at risk of starvation. It's really only the last few hundred years that me or my immediate ancestors have learnt to actually escape hunger altogether.
I take immense pleasure when someone says that they're hungry or they're starving now in normal life, saying that you don't even know what hunger is.
Can I just put a plug in here for Bear Grylls The Island reality show, leaving people on an island to cope for themselves in the wilderness. Such a good series and a really excellent one for appreciating the simple luxuries we have in life. The favourite part of the series always for me is when they go back to civilization after having been in the wilderness for however many weeks and just appreciate the simple things.
The tomato sauce absolutely blew your mind. It was that strong.
It's just like a pure explosion of flavours in your mouth. It tastes magical.
To food. Our old friend, she's back again.
In fact, we have a new problem, relatively for our species. Too many calories, not too few calories, and that's a really new problem. So, next time you go shopping, appreciate what's happening. This is food you don't have to run for, you don't have to chase it, you don't have to hunt it, you don't have to risk hurting yourself, or it hurting you once you try and get it. It's prey you're always going to kill. You don't have to grow it, or raise it, and then kill it afterwards, or harvest it. You don't have to watch it fail or die. It's always in season, it's always plentiful. You just need to get a trolley, push it around, choose it and pay for it. And I can do that, and therefore definitely I can tick the box. Reasons to be cheerful, number 1, done.
No one's gonna stop me now.
I was literally editing this video when this happened. It's a piece of hair. I nearly crapped my pants for a admittedly horrible clump of hair. I hate spiders. The thought of them makes me shiver. Why does that make it something to be cheerful? Well, they've never done me any harm. They've never attacked me. They've never tried to attack me. It's an irrational fear, a phobia. Okay, so this guy, Mikey, is in South Africa, and we got into conversation about my fear of spiders, and he said how crazy that was, because for him, in their village, they called spiders their friends. They lived in their houses with them. Problems were snakes. He'd actually lost a friend to a snake bite. I've got to be honest, I get a little scared just going to my shed at night. Another irrational fear, but this was for many of my ancestors at some stage in their life a real fear. What's that thing Louis C.K. says about our great achievement being to remove ourselves from the food chain?
Every single life except human life. Every life ends like this.
If I had to deal with rational fears about being eaten or being maimed or chased or injured or anything like that at all, I wouldn't have time for a fear of spiders. My fear of spiders is a luxury, and I'm grateful for it. The World Health Organization says every year more than 3.4 million people die as a result of water-related diseases. We're talking cholera, we're talking diarrhea, we're talking typhoid. The waterborne diseases are always the nastiest. And yet we can actually drink the water we use in our toilets. Hang on. Mark, this is a really, really weird call. Can you drink the water out of your toilet? Obviously you wouldn't advise it. So the normal toilet water is just mains water. Sorry about the strange question. So you can. Oh. Back to Bear Grylls and back to the episodes where they come back to civilization. I always love how excited they get about ordinary sanitation systems.
Nobody had to fetch it. I'll filter it. I'll boil it.
Look what I can do. Look at that. Look. I don't have to go to a stream and boil this stuff. It's just there.
Drinkable. Yay! Amazing. Yay! Incredible. Too rusty to switch on. You know, the next one's hardest because I've really got everything covered in the first 3.
Spin
I mean, what do we really require as creatures, and what have our ancestors required? That's what I've been saying the whole video. We require food, shelter, safety, water. Well, the situation we're now in, we've ended up with, I think, quite a lot of spare time on our hands. We don't know how to enjoy ourselves. And one of the ways that I enjoy myself, and I think we all do in a way, our culture does, is our culture. And by culture, I mean like culture, paintings, art, music, dancing, television programmes, paintings, anime, YouTube videos. Just what humans produce all the time is culture. So my number 4 concerns something cultural, but something that affects pretty much all of us. Recorded music. Recorded music has allowed us to listen to whatever music we like, wherever we like, whenever we like. I love music. I love Beethoven. I love Beethoven's Fifth. Thought experiment. Imagine you were around when Beethoven's Fifth was around. Remember, at this time, this wouldn't have been known as classical music. This would just have been actual just music. So if you're into music at that time, odds on you'd have been interested in Beethoven and you'd been interested in Beethoven's Fifth. Premiered in 1808. I'm living near London, so the next time I can get to see that performed in London's going to be the same year, next year? No, 1816, 8 years later. And if I'm an American, I'm going to have to wait till 1842, 34 years after it was premiered. And mind you, that's just to hear it once. I'm literally saying just to hear the whole thing once. After that, it's not like press rewind or that's gone. You got to wait till the next time it's performed, and when's that going to be? Another 8 years? As opposed to just a click. And that's changed the music itself. That's what's actually produced jazz, pop music, rock music, hip hop. Most of what we understand as music today, it comes from the fact that we can record performances, so actual performers themselves become the performers of their art. So, recorded music gets the 4th grateful thumbs up from me, and that's the end of the video. If you managed to last this long, then you have my heartiest confibularities.